Hi, this is James from TriathlonCoaching.uk. Just wanted to speak briefly about fueling during exercise. It's a question which we get quite a bit from our athletes in terms of which sessions need fueling, which ones don't. Just before we do this, just want to paint the picture in terms of how the body or how the muscles get their energy. So the muscles will burn a combination of both carbohydrate and fat for fuel. The more the intensity increases, the greater reliance on carbohydrate. And in fact, once you start going anaerobic, performing some of them really high intensity sort of type of intervals, the muscles can only use carbohydrate for fuel. Okay, so with fat, fat is really energy dense. 1 gram of fat in food contains 9 calories. Half a kilogram of fat on your body, or about a pound of fat, has got 3,500 calories, so a really rich source of energy. Now carbohydrates are a little bit different. Now when you eat carbohydrate, that's broken down into glucose and absorbed into your bloodstream, which is your blood glucose, your blood sugar, and then the muscles and liver will pull that out into storage as glycogen. Now it's in the muscles obviously, so it can be used very quickly for fuel, and it's also stored in the liver, so the liver can very gradually release glucose out into your bloodstream and provide a source of glucose to your central nervous system, your brain. Now, the storage in the muscles is actually quite limited, so typically we've got around about enough for 60 to 90 minutes of exercise. So with this in mind, any sessions that you perform that are going to be over an hour, really you need to consider fueling. And don't wait until an hour till you begin fueling. You really don't want your glycogen levels to ever become depleted, so it wants to start after around about 30 minutes. Now the purpose of fueling during these sessions is obviously to provide an immediate source of fuel to the muscles, spare your muscle glycogen levels, keep your blood sugar levels stable, but also keep carbohydrate usage high to ensure that you can get the best from each of your training sessions. If you fail to fuel, then your blood sugar levels start to drop. We get this sort of central fatigue as the central nervous system doesn't get the glucose that it needs. We start to use more protein for fuel, often which comes from your lean mass, and your performance in training starts to deteriorate. So any sessions over 60 minutes, consider fueling. Yeah, make sure you've planned it in advance. If it's less than 60 minutes, water will be fine.